All right, welcome back. Welcome back. I know you. I know what you're saying. We're still talking about this. Yes, we're still talking about this. This guy caught another lawsuit yesterday. Puff Daddy, Diddy, Dada, whatever you want to call it. He caught another lawsuit just yesterday. Was it yesterday that I said? Did I say something that they're gonna keep coming in? I think I did, right? Well, many people are saying that, so there's nothing special about that. It's just the way these things work. Okay, we're going to see more and more and more of this kind of stuff. Okay, so there's a young lady. Puff Daddy is not going to rest anytime soon. Okay. He's not going to rest anytime soon. Let me see here. Her name is something April. Something April. I'll see if we can find it. All right, so let's see if I can find it. So he caught another lawsuit yesterday. Oh God, where's this thing? And this one is a lot more graphic, apparently. Okay, well, very graphic. Okay, so trigger alert. Trigger alert. So just in case you get triggered, I'm warning you. Trigger warnings. Let's see if I can pull it up. I'm going to pull up the actual lawsuit. All right. Diddy accused of assaulting April LAMPROS while dating Jennifer Lopez. I'm not sure why they're bringing Jennifer Lopez into this story, but they are. I wonder why. How many of you remember Jennifer Lopez while she was dating Diddy? You guys remember that? What was that, like early 2000s or late 90s? You remember the young Jennifer Lopez, huh? They've all been a part of it. Do you think she went through stuff with him too? Sesmo say, ew, I ate this guy. What about this lady on the screen? All right. So he caught another lawsuit yesterday, and I'm trying to see if I can. I thought I had it, but I have two of the lawsuits here. So remember, there was a lawsuit with Rodney Jones. That's actually the most graphic up to date. That one was filed on February 26th. But there's another one that was filed by Crystal McKinney on the 21st of May. That actually looks fresh here. Okay, so that's a Crystal. But the one that they've been talking about since yesterday is one between him and a lady from the, I think she said from the early 90s, as far back as 1995, as a matter of fact. Some April LAMPROS. All right, so accused of drugging, accused of RAPI in college student on multiple occasions starting in 1995. So this started as far back as 1995. All right, I think I got a little bit of details. A woman named April LAMPROS is accusing Sean Diddy Combs of drugging her and sexually assaulting her on multiple occasions after they met in New York City in 1995. LAMPROS said she was a student at the Fashion Institute of Technology when she first crossed paths with Diddy, who is now 54. In 1995, he will be how old? Maybe 30, something like that. 34, 31. No, 24. Yeah, about 24. So they crossed paths with Diddy, 54, who at the time allegedly said he would mentor her in the fashion industry, per documents obtained by multiple outlets, including In Touch. On Thursday, May 23rd, LAMPROS claims she had 4 terrifying sexual encounters with Diddy. Let's see, trying to see if I can find this damn document. LAMPROS alleged that Diddy plied her with alcohol before taking her back to his room at the Millennium Hotel, where she claims she started to feel sick, and as though the walls were closing in on her. She alleged that Diddy then forced himself on her and ROP'd her, and she woke up nude, sore, and confused the next morning, according to the outlet. LAMPROS alleged that Diddy began pursuing her months later and promised access to exclusive events. If you have children that are interested in the entertainment industry, you should pay attention to this. Her attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, stated in the documents that his client was a hopeful yet naive college student and took Mr. Combs at his word and believed that the first assault was a possible mulligan and decided to give him a second chance. Oh, she believed at first that the first one was a mistake and then gave him a second chance. Uh-oh. Not a good look. Not a good look. She alleged that on the way to a dinner, Diddy forced her to perform oral sex on him in a parking garage. And after that incident, she began ignoring him. My question is, ignoring him where? Where were you guys meeting where you were ignoring him? However, I'm going to continue to read. However, LAMPROS claimed that Diddy developed a mobster persona and began harassing her via the phone and threatened to blacklist her from the industry. Oh, she was in the industry too. Okay. Remember, she's a student of a fashion institute, a fashion hopeful designer, maybe mogul. In 1996, LAMPROS alleged that Diddy ordered her to his apartment, where he forced her to take ecstasy and have sex with his late ex-girlfriend, Kim Porter. You guys know who Kim Porter is? Diddy and Kim Porter. All right, so you're going to hear a lot more stuff coming out with regards to even Kim Porter. That's my prediction as well. Listen, if you spend, that's the mother of his kids, by the way. You spend a lifetime with this guy, yeah, that's Kim Porter right there, if you're wondering. You're going to see a lot more stuff coming out. Anyway, in 1996, April LAMPROS alleged that Diddy ordered her to his apartment, where he forced her to take ecstasy and have sex with his late ex-girlfriend, Kim Porter, while he masturbated before allegedly ROPing her again. Diddy and Kim shared 3 kids, son Christian and twins Delilah and Jesse. She died in 2018 after a bout with lobar pneumonia. US confirmed at the time. Us confirmed. Us Weekly. I'm reading from Us Weekly, by the way. Us Magazine. After breaking things off in 1998, April LAMPROS alleged that she ran into Porter at a restaurant she was working at. She ran into Kim Porter at a restaurant she was working at, and Kim Porter claimed to the owner that she tried to poison her and threatened that Diddy would shut down his business if he didn't fire April LAMPROS. Did you hear that part? Let me reread that part for you. I'm reading it for the first time with you. I know that there was a lawsuit last night. I didn't get a chance to get into it, but let's get into it. After breaking things off in 1998, April LaMpros alleged that she ran into Kim Porter at a restaurant she was working at. And Kim Porter claimed to the owner that she tried to poison her and threatened that Diddy would shut down his business if he didn't fire LaMpros. That's April LaMpros. LaMpros claimed she was fired after the incident. She also alleged that Diddy came back to her apartment in 2000. This has been happening since 1995. Came back to her apartment in 2000 and 2001 after they ran into each other, and that he violently grabbed her and forced himself onto her, but she was able to fight him off. Now, at that time, Diddy was linked to Jennifer Lopez from 1999 to 2001. You know, Jennifer Lopez at that time was a rock star, so she was probably busy with her own life. She probably had no idea what this guy was doing with his private life outside of the pictures that we've seen. In 2003, April LaMpros further claimed that Diddy recorded one of their previous sexual encounters without her knowledge, after her former boyfriend alleged that he had seen the video of her having sex with Diddy. Let me go back, rewind, switch. In 2023, LaMpros further claimed that Diddy recorded one of their previous sexual encounters without her knowledge, after her former boyfriend alleged that he had seen a video of her having sex with Puff Daddy. All right, so he has that reputation also out there. He also has that reputation out there. A lot of people claim that this guy has videos, evidences to implicate people, to blackmail them, of them in compromising positions at his party, his after parties, and stuff like that. Us Weekly has reached out to Diddy's team for comment, but did not hear. Of course not. Of course not. Okay. Now LaMpros' lawsuit comes on the heels of model Crystal McKinney's claims that Diddy drugged and sexually assaulted her in 2003. Remember, I told you this other lawsuit by Crystal McKinney. McKinney shared that she was inspired to come forward after she learned of the lawsuit filed by Cassie. Remember, we started all of this because of the Cassie situation, right? In addition to the several lawsuits against him, Diddy recently made headlines after 2006 security footage showed him abusing Cassie, now 37 years old, was released via CNN. After the video dropped on Friday, May 17th, Diddy took to social media to apologize for his actions. All right. Since then, some people have also reacted. We'll see who is reacting in a second. There's a quote here says, "It's difficult to reflect on the darkest time." You remember that Diddy apology, right? This face right here. That face right there. Let me see if I can find something real quick. This would be interesting if I can find this. Yeah. Oh, I think I found it. I don't know if we can get through this. Let's see here. I'll see if we have enough time to get through this. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'll see if we have enough time to get through this. 1 second. Let me get back to... All right, so he apologized, right? Remember the apology, and then also Cassie has also broken her silence. I read that yesterday. The outpouring of love has created a place for younger self to settle and feel safe. All that she made a comment to, and a big highlight of that was asking people to please believe people the first time around. Okay, and I broke down yesterday why that is not a big deal. She's talking about empathy. Don't just be so quick to judge potential victims. Okay, if they are telling you they're a victim, they are in one shape, form or the other a victim. You need to hear them out. All right, so let me see here. This report here, breaking down all the allegations against Diddy's. I think we've covered that, but there's one here that I wanted to. All right. Okay. Cassie's lawsuit came with a trigger warning notice at the top, noting that her claims contained highly graphic information on a sexual nature. Cassie asserted in her filing that Diddy often tried to control her when they were dating by taking drugs, physically hurting her, and forcing her to have sex with male prostitutes on camera. Jesus. That's some sickening stuff. All right. So that was that. We've covered that in details before. I'm just trying to bring you guys up to speed. I also want to see if I can get. There's a video here I want to try to see if I can play. But some stars have reacted to this stuff here. So I think we can also look at some of the stuff that some of them are saying. You know, you've had the 50 Cents reacted to this. You've seen some. You've seen even the husband of Cassie right now. They've responded. Some lady called Anna. But 50 Cent is on top of this. Okay, 50 Cent is definitely on top of this. At one point, he said, "Now I'm sure Puffy didn't do it. It's innocent. This proves nothing." That was his response to the CNN video that we reviewed here earlier on. But there's a lady, Kelly Price. She's 51 years old now. She used to be an R&B singer. Well, she still is, I guess. But she's a 90s R&B singer. And then she shared a message. I want to know what your opinion is about Kelly Price's response. Let me see what your opinion is about Kelly Price's response here. She said, "It is my sincere prayer." This was after the video came out and he apologized, right? We're going to review that apology video here in a second. Somebody broke it down. I think we can learn one or two things from it, maybe. But this was what Kelly Price said. Kelly Price, I think is, let me see if, let's see here. Pardon me 1 second. Trying to see if I can. Okay, Kelly Price said, "It is my sincere prayer that the power of the Holy Ghost overtake you so that you not only have a change of heart, but a change of mind and a change of direction. I have seen you at your best and at your worst. I know what you're capable of being when you were at your best, despite the seductions of the industry. I don't stand with anything that is criminal." No, wait. That's what she said. Before she said that, that's what she said. What do you think about what she said first? Okay. Well, obviously, now she's needed to come back and do some shalaye here. She's come back to do shalaye. Anyway, I have this other video. Let me see if I can play for you. And then we'll take it from there. But before I play this video for you, because I'm rounding up now. Before I play this video for you, let me see. All right, I got you. Let's go. I
was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. Now they're going to therapy.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Behavioral Arts. My name is Spidey, and I use my degree in sociology and psychology, my certifications in criminal interrogation and body language analysis, and over 10 years' experience as an award-winning mentalist.
Body language analysis is going to do body language analysis for us. Okay, so a professional is going to break this down for us. Let's hear what he has to say.
The video was publicly released. Diddy posted a video on his own Instagram where he addressed it and apologized for his behaviors. And in this video, we're going to look at that apology video. We're going to look at his facial expressions and word choice to try to determine, is this a real apology or is he deflecting and hiding something darker? Let's dive right in.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was f***ed up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video.
A lot of interesting stuff happening with his facial expressions, and there's one key moment there where we're getting to a very important piece of information. It's as he says that it's hard to reflect on the darkest moments of your life. And as he's saying darkest, we see his eyes closed for a moment as he's talking. And this is what we call an eye block. Now the research on eye blocking shows that we do this to focus on something, either keep a thought in or keep a thought out. So it's something negative, we might do this because we don't want to face it. So when we're talking about something dark like this, it's possible to have that eye block because we don't want to face this.
You don't want to face the reality.
But very often we also use eye blocking to emphasize something. We're talking to show how serious this thing is. But there's something interesting in the way it happens here. There is a ton of research on the gestures that we use when we speak. In most cases, these are called illustrators, whether it's with the hands or with the eyes. These are gestures that happen as we're speaking that help us communicate the thought more effectively. Now, in almost every single study about these gestures, they found that when you're speaking, the gesture comes exactly with the thought that it illustrates or just a little bit before. And that was such a great example of it.
Oh wait, now it's talking too much.
The hand came
Did
up
he lie
with
or
word
not? I'm
and
going to make it
gesture.
faster.
So the gestures are synchronized with the words. Sometimes the gesture comes out a little earlier because we just need an extra second to find the right word. So the thought is coming out, it's just the words are a little bit delayed. Think about how off it feels for me to say that sometimes the gesture comes out just a little bit after the word, right? That feels unnatural. It feels like there was an afterthought that said, okay, do this gesture to drive that point home because the words weren't enough. And it's exactly for that reason that in behavioral analysis, we look for that synchronicity. We're looking for the gestures to match the words because the moment they fall out of sync, when the gesture comes after the word, it's pretty clear that this is the person really trying hard to add this gesture to drive the point home. In other words, they're trying to sell you something as opposed to just trying to tell you something. So with that in mind, the way I would expect with natural rhythm for that eye block to happen in that sentence would be as the person is saying darkest.
So
the darkest moments of our lives. That's one thought coming.
So if you did this after, you're trying to sell us something. But if you did this before, did this after, you're trying to sell it. But if you did it just at the point where you're saying it, it's more sincere. But if you did it after, you did it. Let's keep going.
Out and expressing how dark this moment was. But if we watch P. Diddy, that's not what we're getting.
What the science is showing us is the universe appears to be alive. It appears to be conscious.
Take a look.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. The darkest times in your life.
But that's slightly like right after now. I'll let you see it. Let's see. He said,
the darkest times in your life. The darkest times in your life.
It's like it's almost there. Do you believe or you don't believe?
His words and volume are emphasizing darkest. That's what's being emphasized. But the eye block is coming after that on the way down from that emphasis as he's saying time.
Okay, let's see this one.
Some kind of condition, I don't know. But if you go look at talk shows that he's done, interviews that he's done, they very, very rarely move. They'll go a long time without ever emphasizing, without ever being confused or anything. They just stay still. So what that means for me is that I know his eyebrows can move, but I also know that they don't move. So as we go on with this, I can't expect
moving eyebrows. Let me see this one.
It's possible, but we can't look into that much because it's part of his baseline.
I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Is he sorry?
We've been talking about universal emotions, and in the beginning of that clip, he said that he's disgusted. He was disgusted when he did it then, and he's disgusted now. And disgust is a universal emotion. In other words, everywhere in the world, people feel disgust and express it more or less the same way. Everywhere in the world, disgust looks something like this. things close down because we want less input. We
Uh-oh.
want less information of whatever's disgusting us, so we close everything down. We even see this in babies. When they eat something they don't like or an unpleasant smell, we see that face of disgust. Now, as he's saying this in the beginning,
Anyway, I think we've made up our mind. He did it. Well, we saw a video of him doing what he did, right? So it is what it is. But yeah, I've got something else I wanted to share with you today. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. Check out this next segment.